My name is Acevedo. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Denver. The VRT experience was great. It was just, even though we presented on different things, it ended up being a conversation on how to research remittances. And there's different perspectives going on, whether it was my perspective was more on the micro level, and then Michael's was more on the macro. And then Denise kind of went in between both, going back and forth, the micro and macro, give us the case of Cuba. So what was great about it is that we came from totally different perspectives, but it organically became like a really good conversation and discussion on how to think about remittances at this point in time. I reiterated and repeated the point about how the COVID-19 pandemic kind of gave us a glimpse of what could happen if remittances were to not just decline, but decline permanently. Migration ebbs and flows, and in some cases stops. And if that's the case, then we should really think about the life cycle of remittances. That once the receivers either migrate or they over time are no longer around, and the people receiving remittances, that the percentage of that population is going to decline. So I think COVID-19 gives us an idea of what could possibly happen to these countries in Latin America or Africa or the Middle East when remittances do decline. What I learned that was new from the VRT panel was thinking about remittance sending through alternative forms, such as cryptocurrencies, as was the case with what we're seeing in Cuba. I think this would really push the research into thinking how migrants may adapt in how to send remittances when the traditional channels are closed off, and to what extent does this have, or what are the circumstances and effects this will have on economic development or political outcomes? I think what I'm interested in the future going forward is, one, the policy implications of what we're doing in terms of academic research, but what's going on in the field, whether it's policy or business practices. And then second, seeing what's going on the ground that's possibly ahead of what we're seeing at the moment. For example, like I said, with cryptocurrencies, what does that mean for us as researchers? What's new, what's at stake? And also for stakeholders in general, I would like to hear, their perspectives of what they're seeing.